This is Newcap News with Nerman Sep.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. We begin with a tragic start to a long weekend for several families. A teenage girl was killed in a two-vehicle crash on Highway 16 Saturday night, while several others were injured. Emergency crews in Lloydminster and Maidstone RCMP rushed to the scene of the collision at the intersection of Highway 16 and 303. Maidstone police say that at about 7 p.m., a westbound Chevy Montana minivan collided with a Hyundai Tiburon, which was turning left from Highway 16 to 303.
It appears that the Tiburon failed to yield to that oncoming white minivan, and didn't give the white minivan any time to respond, at which point, of course, there was a T-bone type broadside collision.
There were 5 people involved in total. The 3 youths in the car were taken to hospital in critical condition, where the female teen passed away. Now, one of them was flown to Edmonton Hospital. Meantime, the 2 people in the minivan were taken to hospital in stable condition. No names have been released. The investigation is ongoing. Well, 2 men were taken to hospital after police say they were assaulted early Saturday morning. Lloydminster RCMP were called to the Wallace Heights apartment building on the 1600th block of 47th Avenue, where they found the 2 men. Now, they were taken to hospital to treat their injuries, and the investigation continues. Well, it's a busy and exciting time for Border City parents and kids, as it's the first day of school for many in the region. And as Bart Pediasic reports, first day jitters are affecting both young and old.
Buses lined up at Jack Kemp School this morning as one by one students headed off for class. And of course, there were nerves for both parents and students, as this was their first day of school.
I'm excited and scared.
How come?
I'm really shy. Makes me nervous.
And the first day jitters continued inside as first-year teacher Travis Abbott greets his new students.
Welcome to French. Bienvenue à la classe de français. It's pretty nerve-wracking. Definitely made my fair share of mistakes in the morning, but the nice thing about how it's set up for me is I get to practice the same class 4 or 5 times and improve every time.
Abbott is one of 8 new teachers at Jack Kemp School this year, and not being that far removed from school himself, he says he understands what these kids are going through.
There's a lot of myself that I'm seeing in different children, and I'm seeing, this kid is nervous, and I'm like, I remember that day, and this kid is sad and doesn't want to leave their mom's side, and I remember that year too.
But among the nerves is excitement as they kick off the new school year.
I like it a lot.
How come?
Because you get to go out on recess.
I took the summer off to be with him, so now I can get back to work, so it's kind of nice.
Bart Pediasic, Newcap News.
And of course, with school back in session, there will be more traffic in those areas. Lloydminster RCMP are cautioning drivers to be on the lookout and to follow the posted signs. Police say from September 2013 until June of this year, there were a total of 55 calls of traffic violations, suspicious vehicles in playgrounds, and school zones.
We do have quite a few problems with school zones. People do speed through them. People do not pay attention to crossing guards. It's very important that the kids that are out there acting as crossing guards with their little vests and stop signs, that you pay attention to them. They're there for the safety of children.
Constable Kurzinger says the maximum speed in both the school and playground zones are 30 kilometers per hour.
The ones that will be enforced in Lloydminster will be from the hours of 8 to 9:30. From 11 till 1:30, and from 3 until 4:30 will be the hours for a school zone. Playground zones will be from 8:30 a.m. until 1 hour after sunset.
RCMP also suggests that if your children will be walking to school, to walk with a friend or a family member, to try and stay in groups, as there is safety in numbers.
We need to be the ones to look out for the safety of the children in Lloydminster. Yes, kids are responsible, and we try to teach them to look both ways before they cross the streets. However, they are children, they get distracted and forget. We are adults, we're the ones driving the vehicles. We have more responsibility.
And there are stiff penalties when it comes to school zones. Police say the higher the speed over the speed limit, the larger the fine you will face. Of course, definitely an exciting time for parents and students as the kiddies head off to school. Now, we asked parents to send in some first day of school photos. So we'll get started to our first photo. Now, this is adorable though. So this is the Stark family. Matthew, 7 years old, off to grade 2. Kyle is 5 years old, going to kindergarten. Now, Shayla's only 2.5. No school for her, but her mom said that she was excited and wanted to be part of the picture. So here we got the Fawson family. Jocelyn heading off to preschool. Reed is off to grade 1. So we got the Kwasny family. There's a lot of them. We have Kaylin off to grade 7, Justin grade 5, Jaden off to grade 4, and little Kylie heading to grade 2. And Dane, so this one, Dane is excited. He is off to grade 2, and if you're wondering what that piece of paper says, it says that he wants to be a spy when he grows up. So he's just preparing for it a little early. So here is Allie. She's 6 years old, and she's off to grade 1, and we should see her sister next, Haley. No, that's not her sister, so we're going to jump one over. This is an exciting time for Brinley. She is off first day of school for kindergarten. I really like how her mom had that little sign for her. All right, so we got the Drayden, Trinity rather, is off to grade 8. Drayden is in grade 5. And our next up, we have little Leah. She's gearing up for kindergarten with her little pigtails. And here is Madison getting a lift from the handy van. She will be tackling grade 4 this year.